Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, a happy Wednesday to you all. Happy, dark and gloomy Wednesday. As you can see, it's very dark outside. I think there's a rainstorm coming through. It's also later in the afternoon now, but we move on because, of course, it is a cardinal rule on the channel here. Try and check out as many debuts as possible, and well, this is quite a big debut on our hands because once again, we have a solo debut from an artist who used to be part of a group back in the day. Miss SOOJIN. Her solo debut is finally here. Gosh, it has felt like such a long journey up until this point. Her solo debut announcement feels like it was eons ago for some reason. And of course we checked out her pre-debut little performance teaser clip a little while ago. I think it was called Black Forest or something like that. Very cool, very artsy, very dancey. No vocal top line whatsoever. That changes today because SOOJIN is back as a solo artist this time around, not with just a title track, but with a full-on EP to go along with it as well, which I'm hoping I can get around to at some point this week. It's very busy. Today alone, there's been too many releases to squeeze in albums. So, I'm going to be checking out the title track AGASSY today, which also kind of reminds me of tennis player AGASSY, but that's a complete non sequitur. Yeah, I'm very excited to get stuck in with this, so let's do just that. DJ, roll the intro. Right. Now, I mentioned this when we checked out that Black Forest performance clip, but SOOJIN, for me, was one of those idol members where, back when I was still learning the members' personalities, the music and stuff, SOOJIN was the one that I could never pinpoint. And by the time that I'd gotten familiar with everyone else to get around to SOOJIN, of course, that whole situation went down, and well, now I get the opportunity to properly learn who SOOJIN is as an artist on her terms, and that's very exciting for me, because I never really got to appreciate her true artist power. And what better way to do it than on a proper solo debut of all things. I also mentioned that this release isn't just for the casual K-pop fan. This one is for all the Nevies out there who stood by her from way in the beginning and held on to that passion and that love for her as an artist throughout the trials and tribulations. And it's all come around full circle on the other side, brighter pastures. So to all those Nevies who stood by for so long, I commend your spirit. Congratulations. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Hopefully I enjoy this one. So let's find out, shall we? Here we go. Oh, East Asian influence. It's kind of reminding me of Yuju's Play a little bit, her solo debut after G-Friend. It's got the elegance to it, the instrumentals are a little bit subdued, but also has that traditional flair to it. Oh, the way SOOJIN takes the vocals down here like that. Oh, get modern with it one time. Hold on. Oh, and the cadence that she sings the AGASSY line is so nice. The syncopation. And she holds that last syllable for so long. Also, from certain angles, she looks a lot like Yuha. Never noticed that. Two very powerful vocal soloists I'm drawing comparisons from. Very solid so far. I'm liking it. This pre-chorus though, weirdly short. It's like not an even 4. I think it's 6 measures, which is very interesting, very rare. It works though. Interestingly, the title has the filter. Everything else is pretty neutral. Okay, now she sounds like Yuha, not just looks like her. Oh, I like this. Very dramatic, very heavy, big pre-chorus, I mean, bridge. Oh no, this isn't the chorus, this is dance break. Very clever, kind of fusing the two together. Oh, and end with just the vocals reverberating. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? You know what? I like it a lot. I do like it a lot. And so, I feel like I need to clarify. I keep referencing Yuju and Yuha. I love both of their solo careers. I think Yuju as a soloist has been such a joy to listen to, because there's like a different level of artistry that she's able to do. And then Yuha is just an extremely talented singer-songwriter in her own right. And for me, SOOJIN's AGASSY very much takes like the kind of maturity and the production side of things, the mature soundingness from Yuha's discography, and then combining it with like the elegance and the traditional element of Yuju and her play title track from her debut era. And that is a combination I didn't know I needed in my life, but it turns out I did, and it's very nice. And SOOJIN fits so well into that, because again, much like her Black Force performance video, there is that elegance and the artistry that she's able to showcase, not just in her movements, but also in the musicality side of things. Her voice, I think, really suits this type of sound where it doesn't require a ridiculously wide vocal range. You get little bits and pieces where exactly you want a little bit of vocal power or you want a little bit of vocal range to come in. But overall, it's this smooth and consistent, yet very pretty vocal sound that this song requires, and SOOJIN does it to a T. It's so nice. I do want to run through the verse again, primarily to find where that pre-chorus is, because it feels short. It's longer than 4 measures, or at least it feels longer than 4, but it's not a full 8, and it feels short, so I want to try and dissect that. 6. It is a short pre-chorus, but short in a way where it's not a usual 4, but it's not an 8 either. Very interesting. It's like a 5+1 in that on a pop song that's in bass 4, and typically pop songs in this nature are broken up in like sequences of 4, so you get like 4, probably 8 measures of the 8 measures of the verse, 8 measures of the pre-chorus, 8 measures for the chorus, maybe a little 4 measure extension for the post-chorus, things like that. So it works in multiples of 4 or in multiples of 8. SOOJIN's taken this pre-chorus and turned it into like 5, and that should break apart that sequence. And that's what was catching me off guard at the beginning the first time around, was that's why it feels short, because it doesn't fill the full 8 like other parts of the song does. But it's not 4, so it doesn't feel like an exact half-chopped pre-chorus, because there's that little tailing section at the end. That's very interesting. I want to go again. Hold on. I think it's about here, isn't it? 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. All good up until this point. 5. Cut it off. so interesting. Because it really is a 4+2 pre-chorus. And that, by all means, should break the formula of the song into something that really doesn't divide evenly. And yet, it works for me. I don't get that kind of dissonance or like the unevenness from it. Maybe it is because the main bulk of that pre-chorus fits into that 4 and the final 2 measures is just riser into silence. And then the fact that they take this and spin it into this kind of digital adaptation of that traditional instrumental, it's like you have the nice smooth elegance from the verses, but then we're going to give it a little bit of a modern twist come the chorus. And I think that very much, from at least from what I know of SOOJIN as an artist, is kind of indicative of her as an artist. I think that's very cool, because you give her a dance that's very smooth and elegant and almost regal in a way, but she's also capable of doing the more intense modern stuff. And it's like getting best of both worlds in one track, in one sequence of events. I think that's very cool. Do like it when a song just gives me that bubbly feeling where it's like, I know what's happening, I like what's happening, and I want more of it. Agassi very much has that sensation for me. I like what they've done with the song, and I want to keep hearing more of it, which I'm hoping is the case on the rest of this album, because there's an EP that dropped along with this, and I really want to get around to it. I don't have time for it today, because we've already done, there's so many things that dropped today that I needed to get around to, and that also leaves me with a lot of albums I still need to check up on, SOOJIN's included. So that'll hopefully be out some point this week. I'm going to try and get around to it on camera this week, just because there's, I think, 3 albums today that I would have needed to get around to. I just don't have the time for it. So, but yeah, rest assured, I'll be listening to SOOJIN's EP. No worries about that at all. Just give me a couple days. Hopefully I can get around to it. But that is it from me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.